On September 14, 2025, in the icy waters of the Barents Sea, Russia fired a warning shot, not just a missile test but a message to NATO. The hypersonic Zircon missile, launched from the Admiral Golovko frigate, streaked across the sky at nearly 9 times the speed of sound, over 11,000 kilometers per hour. Its target, obliterated. Its message, crystal clear. NATO, we can strike faster than you can react. Welcome to today's deep dive. Russia's Zircon hypersonic missile test during the Zapad-2025 exercises, and why the single launch has sent shockwaves through the western capitals. Zapad-2025 began on September 12, involving Russia and Belarus in one of their largest joint military exercises in years. Moscow and Minsk call it defensive. They say the drills prepare them to counter potential aggression to defend sovereignty. But the location? Belarus on NATO's eastern doorstep? The timing? Amid rising tensions, drone incursions in Poland, Romania, and the grinding war in Ukraine. For many in the West, Zapad 2025 isn't just about defense, it's about sending a message that Russia is ready, that Russia is watching, and that Russia won't back down. Launched from the Admiral Golovko, a modern Russian frigate, the missile shot skyward before tilting towards the horizon. Within seconds, it was traveling at nearly Mach 9, too fast for NATO air defenses to intercept. And then, impact. The target was destroyed with pinpoint accuracy. This wasn't just a technical demonstration, it was a psychological warfare, a reminder that Russia holds capabilities the West still struggles to counter. What makes Zircon a game changer? The Zircon is no ordinary missile. With a speed of Mach 9, roughly 11,000 kilometers per hour, it has a range over 600 miles, striking sea or land targets. The maneuverability it has is capable of weaving through air defenses. Russian President Putin once described it as a weapon that can break through any defense. And he's not exaggerating. Traditional anti-missile systems like NATO's Aegis or Patriot batteries are designed to track and intercept slower projectiles. Against Zircon, they're almost blind. In military terms, this means Russia could target aircraft carriers, command centers, or critical infrastructure, and NATO would have mere minutes, if not seconds, to respond. It shifts the balance of power in the Arctic, the Baltic, and beyond. But this test wasn't an isolated event. Just days earlier, on September 9th and 10th, Russian drones intruded into Polish airspace. Poland erupted in outrage. NATO responded with Operation Eastern Sentry, bolstering surveillance and patrols along the eastern borders. Romania too reported drone sightings, interpreted as Moscow probing NATO's defenses, testing reactions and signaling. Stop supporting Ukraine, stop outsourcing war, or face escalation. Combined with Zapad 2025 drills, these incursions paint a clear picture. Russia is raising the stakes. If this all feels familiar, that's because it is. Before the 2022 invasion of Ukraine, Russia staged massive exercises. Zapad 2021. Back then, analysts warned the drills were a cover for troop buildups. Weeks later, tanks rolled into Ukraine. Today, Zapad 2025 follows a similar script. Officially, it's defensive. Unofficially, it's about showing NATO that Moscow has options, that Moscow has reach, and that any Western attempt to prolong the Ukraine war will come at a cost. So what does this mean for global security? For NATO, it's a wake-up call. Hypersonic defenses are still in development but far from deployment. The alliance must now decide, invest billions into catching up or risk vulnerability to weapons like Zircon. For Russia, it's leverage. Each test strengthens its narrative of military superiority. Each launch tells the world, we are not just defending, we are dictating the rules. And for the world at large, it signals the dawn of a new arms race, where speed, stealth, and precision redefine power projection. The Zircon test is more than metal and fire. It's a declaration that Russia will not tolerate interference, that NATO's defenses are not untouchable, and that the battlefield of tomorrow may be decided not by numbers but by speed, hypersonic speed. As the missile vanished into the horizon, its echo reverberated across the globe. From Moscow to Washington, from Warsaw to Brussels, one question lingers. If war comes knocking, can NATO stop what it cannot catch? This was not just a test, it was a warning. Thanks for watching.